free. Let's get it. All right, YouTube, here we go. We're back. I am safe. I appreciate all of the emails. When Al said me and tried to kill me.
It was a Halloween joke.
You ain't tell him about that phone call when you was crying.
Hey, that's off camera. We don't talk about off camera.
YouTube, that's first happy birthday to Deacon. He just his birthday just passed. First happy birthday to the brother.
What's 27 now?
He's 27 years old.
That's right, baby, 27 and blossoming. All right, we're gonna get back to it, man. It was a long couple of weeks. We had to take a few moments to ourselves. This every now and then, as our elders, we come together and our schedules kind of conflict. We got everything going on at the same time. So, sometimes we don't get to put something out. We understand that, some of y'all was like, I love the show, but y'all not consistent enough. Man, we come out every week. We just don't do it every day. Relax. What up?
Don't nobody care. Ain't nobody watching us.
I care.
I mean, it made me feel good, but Bama was like,
hey, man, look, I was hiding from my bookie after
y'all
the
didn't record? Bama's be like, y'all weren't on. I didn't miss y'all. And no, listen, Deacon.
Yes.
A lot of things happened since we was on.
It did, man. And the funny thing is that I'm kind of mixed about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even sure. I mean, I'm sure how to feel about it. I didn't like seeing them two brothers go, but let's be honest. We were ranked number 31 in defense. We were ranked 31st in defense. So are we really losing that much?
Ooh.
We lost.
You went
outside.
there first.
I'm jumping right in.
You went there first.
I'm jumping in, man. You gotta jump in deep end. You gotta jump in. If you can't swim in the deep end, don't swim.
To the fact that our strongest team supposedly was supposed to be defense for the last couple of years, and we're where, Deacon?
31st in defense,
which would mean that we probably was what last year? What were we last year?
At the end of the year, we was like top 10.
We was top 10 last year and went to 31st. And what does that say?
That say that
wait a minute, no, you thinking
we regress. We
like for other individuals to have the opportunity to ask a question. Big Al, what does that say?
We regress. We took a step back.
But from top 10 defense to 31st, can we infer after all of the preseason and all of the draft and all of that, it points to one thing. And what would that thing be, Big Al?
I don't know, man.
So many. Let him say it, Big Al. Let him say it. He feel good when he say that.
What would that one thing be, Tracy?
Coaching. Coaching, folks. The coaching is so abysmal that we dropped from top 10 to 31st. How many teams are in the league, Deacon?
32.
For those of you who are now watching American football from football, we are one ahead of one other team. That's it. And if you don't seem to understand, gentlemen, that now after getting rid of or trading our athletic bookends, the things that we thought were going to take us to the promised land is now gone.
Gone. Bye-bye.
And 31st defense is going to be what, Big Al? Come on, Big Al. You can answer this question.
Bang! Zoom! Straight to the moon.
Without the bookends?
Without the bookends, we are now
top 10 again, according to the coaches.
Oh, Jesus. You're listening
to those guys. On the Washington Post article, we're going to be back to top 10 again.
You're listening to those guys in propaganda. Al is in the propaganda and drunk.
Hey, man, according to the coaches, the problem child.
Harris was Harris there in the meeting?
Yes, he was.
It had to be.
Yeah. Well, what was explained to what Ron Rivera said is that he conferred with just the owner, not all them other guys, not all of the the hanger-ons and stuff like that. It was the coaches, and then it was the owner, and the owner signed off on it, and the coaches activated. So I'm sure that they didn't want to be the only ones saying on this trade that it was our trade. You know what I mean? Because that's a high value trade, man. We got a second round and for Sweat, which was a 26th first round pick, 26th pick, and a third round compensatory for Chase Young, which is our number 2 pick in the first round. And a compensatory, that joint might be in the 90s in the third round. So you're talking about basically a 4th round pick for the heart and soul, supposedly, of the Washington Commanders. Injuries to do that to you. And you got to look at, a lot of people are upset about that, but you are what you get. When they talk about Sweat, they was talking about this was a 10-day process. This was before the trade deadline. It was a 10-day process. And they was able to get a number 2. 10-day they was only able to get a third round compensatory from the 49ers, who are stacked. They don't even need their draft picks. And we couldn't get but a third round compensatory.
Well, we're understanding, a lot of teams were after Sweat. Sweat had quite a few people trying to pursue him. He personally wanted to go to Atlanta because he's from that area, but Chicago made the best offer, a high number 2. Their number 2 pick is close to a number 1 pick because Chicago is not a winning organization. They only won 1 game this year. And I wonder who that was. Who was that? Who did they beat? I don't know. But they only won 1 game this year. So, unfortunately, Chicago's pick was a very high pick, and they got good value for a Sweat. Chase had the injury. Chase was recovering from the injury. Chase, there was, like I said, the Washington Post article that came out today was that Chase, wasn't necessarily a friendly creature in the locker room and wasn't very friendly to the coaching staff. He wasn't,
They said that Stinger wasn't a Stinger. It was just he wanted to be traded.
Yeah.
That's what they say, man.
Basically, yeah, that's what they said. He didn't. According to some of the reporters and stuff like that, Trace wasn't too happy about being in DC. He just wasn't where he wanted to be at.
Well, it's where he shouldn't have been, because it's like playing at home, man. You got too many things going on, too many distractions, man. And hopefully, with this trade, obviously with this trade, man, he's going to play on the other side of Bosa, so he's not going to be getting double teamed. To put it that way. So he might be a monster out there, but he wasn't going to be a monster for us, man.
He wasn't going to be a monster for us. So we feel lucky. The coaching staff said they feel lucky to get the compensatory pick.
Hey, listen, we got another opinion in the house. Guy by the name, and he's been here before, and we would love to hear his take on his vaunted draft pick that he loves so much, that he's going to give us his opinion on this trade and what we got going on for the rest of the season, man. Mr. Lewis Kelly, how you doing, sir? You on mute?
Put you on mute.
Yeah, he's on dark side today, baby.
Virginia in the house.
Virginia, but you on mute, Mr. Kelly.
Well, as Mr. Kelly gets that taken care of, the whole point, and I'm not dogging Chase or Sweat, because I like Sweat more than I like Chase. I thought he was going to be a better player, but with them we weren't doing anything. And this is the whole point of what we got going on is we have a new owner. We're going to have a new coach next year. Let's be honest about it. This is Ron's last year. This is Jack Del Rio's last year. All these guys got to go. We got to start over fresh. I don't know Bieniemy is going to be here or not. But what we got going on is we got a fresh start coming. We got a lot of money that we released ourselves by releasing those two guys. That's like damn near $90 million over the next 4 years. Draft picks. We got draft. There you got it, man. We got draft picks we're going to be able to use. Don't touch nothing else, Mr. Kelly. You good now. The draft picks we're going to be able to use. So
can y'all hear me?
We built. Yeah, we got you.
Can
We
you
got
hear
you. Just 1 second.
Now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second. We got to build this team differently than we did under Ron Rivera. We got to get us an offensive head coach in here, somebody who knows offense and how to pick offensive linemen. You got your quarterback. Okay. Luckily, he was in the 5th round, but you got a quarterback who is at least capable of running the team. Okay. I ain't saying he's a superstar, but he's capable. He got an arm. I don't know how fast he reads offense, but he looked damn good in Philly. All you got to do is design an offense around how he plays. We just got to get somebody in who knows how to pick an offensive line. Otherwise, we're shot. We've been shot for the last 4 years. We shot.
I do appreciate Deacon and his motivation and everything, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we brought Mr. Kelly on. This is our last show.
Shut up.
We're going to start doing cooking with our OG.
You said
he knows. You know. He's like, yo, makes sense to me.
Nice show. I'm out.
There's nothing left, folks. Cooking with the OGs is going to be starting maybe about 2 weeks from now. We're going to bring you to fine dining from beanie weenies to yeah. What, Deacon? What are you talking about, man?
I'm talking about getting the offensive line in.
Yeah,
I don't care about the defense no more. Offensive line is all I care about.
Right. Same,
He wants a guard. He wants a guard.
Guard on the center. We need a whole lot.
Look, man. Look. It's beginning to look a lot like Cleveland. Every day we play. I mean, that's what it is. Cleveland is us. We are Cleveland, man. We always got potential. We always talking trash, and we don't do nothing. That's what I'm feeling like. That's what I'm feeling like.
Mr. Kelly, how you feel, baby? How you feel, Mr. Kelly?
Welcome, man. You know, bring some light, man. Deacon over there just blowing sunshine. I don't need to hear that. What you got to say, man? Uh-oh.
I'm feeling great. Can you hear me?
Yes,
we got
sir.
you, Mr. Kelly. We can feel you.
Yes,
Good, baby.
I'm feeling great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, we can hear you, Mr. Kelly.
Mr. Kelly always tripping. You always tripping.
What's the question? How you fellas doing? How you gentlemen?
We good, man. We good. We trying to figure out what you think about this trade.
If you call my number, call my number, so you can hear me.
Yeah, he's saying do like we did the last time.
All right. Yeah. I'll do that. I agree with that. Yeah, put yourself on mute. I'm gonna call you. And then we'll hear you over the phone.
Mr. Kelly got something to say, man. Mr. Kelly always got something to say. But check this out. While he's doing that, we getting the technical difficulties together,
Yes,
man. Let me say this, man. I'm really trying to understand that why we didn't why didn't we keep Ryan? I mean, what would have made a difference?
I'm really
Hold on a second. Okay, so
he got a delay. He got a mad
yeah.
delay.
So what we have to do is go ahead and let him speak, and because it's going to be a revert back. So go ahead, Mr. Kelly, give us your thoughts on that, man.
Okay, now, good evening, gentlemen. Give me what thoughts you want me to give you, sir.
Give us your thoughts on what you think about the trade right now.
I think it was the best thing that could have ever happened to this team.
Talk about it. I'm with you.
And put the bottle down.
I'll tell you why. Our two defensive ends, they looked the part. They look good walking out the locker room. They look good walking on the field. But when they're on the field, neither one of them are being feared by the opposition.
You don't think they game plan around Sweat?
They can't game plan around neither one of them with the defensive tackles that we have. The defensive tackles that we have in the middle is going to take up 3 men, the center and the 2 guards. Our defensive 2 tackles are going to take up those 3 men. You only have left are the 2 tackles. Our defensive ends are supposed to take advantage of the tackles one-on-one.
But that wouldn't happen.
What is happening, they're doing too much thinking. They're taking plays off. If Chase Young played like Bosa, he would still be on the Washington Commanders.
Right.
Bosa's number one job is to go for the quarterback. Our defensive ends, when you play a front 4, the 2 defensive ends' number one job is to get by the tackle as quickly and as forcefully as you can. Our defensive ends do too much bump and running with the tackles. And consequently, the quarterback has all day to throw, which unfortunately makes our defensive backs look weak.
Oh no, they're pretty weak though.
That's because you have no pass rush, sir.
But okay, is that coaching or is that the player? Because people coach defenses is different. Some people coach when you lock your man up, you find out whether it's run or quarterback, then you make your move. Some people is just go straight on for the quarterback, bull rush, do whatever you got to do to get to the quarterback every down. It seems like to me that's Bosa's job. Every time go to the quarterback. But they had, which I don't understand. I've seen Chase back in coverage, which makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. And I think that's Jack Del Rio. Goes back to coaching.
Right.
Having just passed these guys by.
It's a little of both. Del Rio doesn't put enough pressure on the opposing quarterback. If his front 4 can't do the job, he should send an extra man. They don't do any confusing the offenses. You act like you're going to blitz, whether you're going to blitz or not. At least put somebody on the line of scrimmage and make them think you're going to send 4, make them think you're going to send 5, make them think you're going to send 6, and then you can always back up into your position.
Which they do every time.
That was confusing offensive line. But if everybody is in their nice little solid space, the linebackers are 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The defensive ends is playing patsy with the tackles. And the other 3 on the offensive line is handling Payne and handling Allen. Then you have no pressure on the quarterback. And a lot of it is coaching, and a lot of it is the players. Because when Chase Young wasn't playing, they had some defensive ends that I think it was Smith Williams?
Yeah, Smith Williams started.
And what was the other guy named?
Two-Hill.
They were rushing the quarterback better than the 2 that we call our top players.
Stop right there. We're going to go back to something that Big Al said a couple shows ago, is that, and I clowned you for it because I just think, but he said that Allen said he didn't know what Chase was going to be doing. He said Chase was doing his own thing. So he didn't know how to cover the hole up.
If you look at the defense, most of the time he doesn't look like he have a clue.
He doesn't.
His bark is bigger than his bite.
Potential does not perform well unless it actually is fact. And Chase Young's potential did not step up to the caliber
Well, I listened to Chase's father came on the radio a couple of days ago, right before he got traded, because they probably knew he was going to get traded. And Chase had a disagreement, according to his dad, of how he was being used on the defense with the defensive coordinator. Chase wanted to play a more Michael Parsons type of position where he would line up all over the front four.
Didn't we discuss that?
And kind of
Years ago, I brought that up. I said, stand him up.
And Jack Del Rio didn't want him to play like that. Jack Del Rio wanted him to play a position, which is, right tackle, right defensive end. And so Chase always had a different philosophy. According to his father, Chase had a different philosophy with how to use his ability. He wanted to be more of a Michael Parsons. Parsons is all over the place. You don't know where you're gonna line up at. So there was a disagreement. Chase felt like they wasn't using his talent to the level of his ability. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Chase is Michael Parsons though. I can't say he's Michael Parsons. I don't see Michael Parsons in Chase. But
we'll never know
he's not Michael Parsons. He's not Michael
to another team and play like him.
But Jack Del Rio was an older school coach, and he believed you play a position, and if I tell you to stay outside, you stay outside. And according to Allen saying that when Chase was pursuing the quarterback, the play may be for him to, protect a certain gap, and hold that position and keep the quarterback from rolling out or whatever. And Chase was like, nah, I'm going to, make the best way I can to get to the quarterback. And Allen had to kind of cover for him, kind of fill him and cover for him. It was just difficult to do. It was just difficult for Allen to do. That's what he said. So now, saying all of that, I think Chase is a great talent. He's 6'6", he's 285, runs a 4.3 and all that stuff like that. I think he'll go to 49er land, in San Francisco, and play on the side of Bosa, and he's going to be a good player. Not a great player, but a good player. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to feel happy for getting rid of a 4th-round pick for him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's easy money.
So that's how it's going to go down. Unfortunately, he just wasn't the potential or the player that we were hoping he would be.
How do you know?
Well, here's the issue, and I agree. I totally agree with what you're saying, bro. But here's the key. Chase Young was not the alpha male on the field. When he goes to San Francisco, Bosa is going to look him in the eye, and Bosa is going to let him know, I'm the alpha male on this field, and I want you to help match me on the other end. We're going after the quarterback.
You know what? Let me cut in. You know what you just said?
Trent Williams is an alpha male on the field. Trent Williams is going to tell Chase Young, we're not going to be BSing around with you being stagnant, taking plays off this, thus, and so. You and Bosa needs to get to the quarterback and do your job.
Right.
Hold on. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey, Mr. Kelly, listen.
Yes, sir.
What did you just say that happened? I want you to break down. You said it very clear. You named specific players and what they're going to say to a young Chase Young. What is that called? Michael Jordan did it.
It's called leadership.
That's right. And leadership is what we don't have even with our coaching, sir. Because if we go from top 10 to 31st in the league, that means those coaches lost the locker room. Nobody stepped up to our players to say, hey, this is what I need from you. Nobody said, Sweat, Chase, both of y'all come here. Come close. One of y'all got to go. We don't have the cash flow, champ. May the best man win. Men, not marshmallows, not whatever. Men, may the best man win. I need y'all to play like y'all want to be here. And nobody said that. You can't sit here and tell me that Nick Bosa is getting paid to do that. But you said it very confidently that he's going to. You already knew what Trent Williams was, and he's on the opposite side of the ball. And he's going to say
exactly right.
Who is in Washington that's that guy that is really recognizing like a Brian Mitchell. Brian Mitchell was a good player. But the best thing about Brian Mitchell was that he was that guy. He was a leader. A leader. We don't have any leaders. We have zero leaders. From coaching on down.
This is why the whole staff needs to go.
Okay, so let's get into coaching. Let's get into coaching.
That's what I'm saying. This is why the whole coaching staff needs to go. Because if they can't, and the recruiting staff, if they can't recruit enough alpha males, and if we don't have enough of a coaching staff to be able to coach alpha males to be alpha males, then this is not hopscotch. This is pro football. And in pro football, there is a fight, a legal fight on every play.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if you don't have enough fortitude to understand that as a coach, as well as a player, these extra draft picks is going to benefit the new regime.
Because absolutely not. Because they're gonna come here and fall into this slap happy, pansy wansy type situation, and they're not gonna do anything. And exactly what I'm saying, man. So, hey, look, I listen.
Well, before we let you go, brother, we do want to ask you a question about.
Let me say one thing before you ask that question.
I ain't gonna let you get away with it. I'll beat you.
Okay,
I'll beat it.
All right, I'm gonna let you ask the question.
Now go ahead, finish your thought, then we'll get you with the question. Last one.
No, go ahead and ask the question.
So the question is, we had you on the phone online a couple of months ago, and we had just made a key draft pick for our defense. And this young man was going to be our starting cornerback. And he was supposed to be our shutdown guy. And you called up here and we talked to you and you assured us that we had the right guy. So I'm gonna ask you the question because I'm not seeing what you saw. So you tell me what's going on with this situation.
It's very simple, sir. It's very easy. Have you seen in 7-on-7 drills?
We'll say it again.
Have you seen teams that does 7-on-7 drills?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. When you see teams practicing against another team, and they are running 7-on-7 drills, they're running pass plays. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. 7-on-7 is for a passing offense. Yep.
Okay. Now, you are going to have more completions in a 7-on-7 drill when there is no pass rush.
Sure.
Do y'all three agree with me?
Sure.
Yeah, we definitely agree with you on that one.
Okay. Now, if you have no pass rush, your percentages of throwing in the 7-on-7 drills are going to be quite high. Would you agree?
Of course.
Okay. When you have a pass rush, the percentages are going to be lower.
Yeah, the pass rush interferes with the passing game. Yep.
That's Kelly.
Okay.
I hear you capping.
Now, we have a rookie cornerback.
Yeah, number one pick, shut down.
Shut down
Number
corner.
one pick. Number
Shut
one
down
pick.
corner.
number one pick, shut down corner, okay, that is on a team with guys being paid millions of dollars more than him.
Come on, Mr. Kelly.
Bring it home, Mr. Kelly.
Get
Bring
it
it
out.
home.
Get it out.
Wait a minute. He got the same amount of interceptions as they do.
Does he?
He doesn't have as many as Fuller.
I seen some burnt toast.
How much Fuller make more than him?
I see some barbecue chicken out there. That's what I see is
How long
barbecue
Fuller
chicken.
been in the league?
Okay, let's just concentrate on the draft pick here now, Mr. Kelly.
Wait a minute. No.
I
If AJ Brown,
barbecue chicken.
AJ Brown lit up Emmanuel Forbes,
2 times.
Yeah,
2 games.
twice.
but he
Two games
also
in a row.
lit up Fuller, and he also lit up St. Juice.
I ain't see all that, but go ahead.
He was killing St. Juice.
He
got one touchdown on St. Juice.
Bro, Trey. And not only that, AJ Brown was killing the team before that. And
What about Chicago game? What about the Chicago game? What about the Chicago
wait a
game?
minute. So if we don't have a pass rush, why you think they got rid of both defensive ends?
So you said me
Yeah,
this
put out.
If one of them was doing the job, one of them would have gotten paid.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Kelly. I feel you. There's a lot of capping going on, but I feel you. Okay. Yes, that is true that any cornerback is better if they have a dominant line. Any cornerback. Because you don't have to check as long.
It's 50-50 ball.
Exactly. But there's no reason that this guy should have been getting beat like he's gotten beat. This dude was stop it. This dude was getting beat on the out and ups every time.
I said barbecue.
Every time. He was getting mossed. I mean, listen, personally, I didn't think he should have been on the number 1 guy in the first place. He should have been on number 3 and worked his way up. But
How many interceptions Gonzalez got?
Gonzalez hurt. So he
hurt his knee. He did hurt his knee.
But slow down though. Gonzalez was killing it when he was in there.
Hold on.
You shouldn't have.
Oh, but the bottom line is this. Regardless, we still going back to the number 1 thing, which is coaching. Because I do believe, now I'm going to give Mr. Kelly some credit on the fact that all we're doing is making him worse because we're mentally not getting him to understand. So we put him back on a number 1 in the last game when we know that this Bama, I mean, that didn't make any sense.
Coaching.
Hold on, Mr. Kelly. I'm trying to help you.
Coaching. Hey, he on your side, Mr. Kelly. Hold on.
It's coaching.
No, let me break it down. They benched that Bama. They put that Bama next to me. Me and him were on the same team. I think I played better because I had a beer. He didn't have no beer. He was on the sideline. I'm saying there was no difference from me and him in one game, and then you're going to put him back on the number 1 dude? You don't do that.
The dude that you took him out from getting beat from.
Coach would have said, no, I'm going to make you shut down this clock.
You got a man on your team that's making 3 and 4 times more than a rookie, and you don't have enough fortitude to put your number 1 cornerback on your team on their number 1 receiver.
He was supposed to be number 1 though.
Forbes was supposed to be the number 1 guy though.
What game was it that he got basically trounced? What game was it, Al?
The Chicago game.
The game that we let the team come into our these Bammers forgot what it was like to win, sir. They were like, what is winning?
And then they look for Forbes. They said,
and they come in this joint and listen, and I'm not saying that coach is good, but he was like,
I know the weak point.
Go there. And they did it. And they said, that worked. Go back. And they did it again. Go again. And they kept doing it. And you know what, Mr. Kelly? I'm not talking about Forbes. I'm talking about coaching. They didn't make no adjustment. They were like, he's going to stop him the 7th time. I'm like, the 7th time?
It's
Seven
coaching.
Come on, Kelly. Come on, Mr. Kelly.
It
The seventh
is
time we're going to stop him.
Why won't you put a single high safety back there?
Hey, Mr. Kelly.
But
They
he-
should
Mr.
have
Kelly,
put
Mr.
a
Kelly.
ball and chain and a gun in his belt because he was that bad. He was getting cooked. And nobody made an adjustment. That's coaching and
Exactly.
Hey,
Okay, let hold on a second.
Hey,
Everybody, hold on.
hey,
Hold on,
hey,
Dion.
hey, Deacon, I'm gonna say this real quick though.
Hold on, Miss Kelly.
Mr. Kelly, cornerback, when you play the
Yes,
defensive back position, there's no real play or nothing like this. All is athlete against athlete. It's
Say
and
that
Mr.
again,
and
please.
Mr. Forbes has been playing
Say it again.
quarterback.
He said he couldn't hear you. He couldn't hear you. I'll say it again.
Mr. Kelly, it's athlete against athlete. When you play in the cornerback position, it's athlete against athlete. Mr. Forbes have been playing cornerback since he was 7 years old. And there's no difference between a 7-year-old cornerback and a 30-year-old cornerback. It's athlete against athlete. And unfortunately, Mr. Forbes wasn't up to.
You're reading the whole thing wrong. There is a
No, I'm
difference
not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's one-on-one.
There is
It's
a
one-on-one,
difference
Mr.
between
Forbes.
a college player
And Mr. Forbes, he is not NFL ready, baby. He's
Hold up.
not
Hold
NFL
up. Hold up. So we
There
can
is
hear what
a
he's saying. Wait a
difference
second.
between a college cornerback and an all-pro wide receiver.
Yeah, well, Darrell Green played all-pro wide receivers in his rookie year. Deion Sanders played all-pro wide receivers. Dan Bailey played all-pro wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Ran a 4.140.
Your boy ran a 4.3. I mean, that's as fast as it get too.
yeah,
That's not as fast as Darrell Green.
Yeah, but it's not that bad though. And okay, let me ask
Anybody
you.
Darrell Green.
Yeah, let's Mr. Kelly.
He's a rookie.
Yeah,
Why won't y'all
Mr.
talk
Kelly.
about
Mr. Kelly.
the sorry players that's on the team that's not blocking, the sorry players that's on the team that's not tackling?
because
Right?
We
Let's
got.
talk
you
about
were sure that Stan Forbes was the man.
Why won't you talk about guys that's already being paid on
He's
the team,
barbecue
been
chicken.
on
All
the
right,
team
all right,
for
all right.
years?
All right, let's
and hasn't
put
produced?
the
He's
knives. Let's put the knives
We're on
away.
the same team. I'm
He
with
is
you.
French toast.
Talk about all of that because now it's glaring. But Al, let it up. Let go.
Yeah, let's put the hatchets away. Let's put the knives away.
Or
Mr. Kelly,
He's
Wait,
cinnamon toast.
oh,
He's cinnamon
We can't
toast.
talk
always. Oh,
talk about a lot, Mr. Kelly. We can talk about
The coaching staff needs to be fired.
we with you.
They
Little,
need to get.
He's a burnt Pop-Tart.
Coaches. They need to get new draft picks. They need to get better players.
Yep.
And Emmanuel Forbes is not going to be one of their major problems. Being a rookie,
that.
he is coached up better.
okay.
All right, so let me ask this.
Stop right
So,
there.
can I? My turn, Deacon. Let me
Go ahead.
There's a rumor. There's a rumor out there that Harris is going to go after Belichick.
Oh, stop it, man.
There's a rumor.
I
There's
hope
a
not.
rumor.
I
What y'all
hope
think?
We don't need no defensive coach.
First
No,
of
we
all,
don't. We need an offensive-minded coach.
wait a minute.
Because Eric the enemy is not that guy.
Okay, so
So
can we
then-
say this, Mr. Kelly? Is Belichick somebody who can coach up Ford?
We don't need that.
Hey, Deacon, I'm asking a
I
question.
said this the
Yeah,
last
a
time we
defense
talked.
coordinator.
Belichick hasn't done anything since Tom Brady left.
That ain't the point. That's not my point.
Yes, it is the point.
No, it's not. Because you just
He
said
won
that
because of Tom Brady.
Belichick
Okay, hold on,
is
Mr.
not
Kelly.
an
Let me do that.
offensive coach. I'm not saying that. I talked about a defensive player with a defensive-minded coach that you guys said that you didn't want. I get all of that. You guys know what
But
you
let him
want,
coach
what you
the
don't want.
defense. He doesn't need to be the head coach.
Again,
Hold on,
my
Mr. Kelly.
question was,
Nothing you can do with Forbes, though.
can I ask my question? Let me ask my question.
Yes, sir.
I want to
That man
go
is
back
cinnamon toast.
because my point is Al feels like Ford is a wash. I'm just want to hear, could Belichick? Okay, how about this? Let's do this. Let's do it this way. Take Forbes and drop him in New England. Would he perform well there?
Mr. Kelly?
If he was with New England, and if they don't have a pass rush either, no, he would not.
So you're sticking with that's the only reason why he is where he is.
So will he only be good if he has a pass rush?
Listen to what I'm saying. Forget Forbes.
I
I'm
could be good with a pass rush.
defensive back. Wait a minute. I'm talking about any defensive backfield without a pass rush is going to not be in the playoffs.
Well, Mr. Kelly, come on. Okay, let's
I'm gonna disagree with you, Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly, I'm gonna disagree with you.
If you have noticed, all of these defensive backs are about the same on all of the teams. It depends on your defensive scheme, your defensive pass pressure, your defensive pass rush, your defensive blitzes, and things of that nature.
Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Kelly, before you go on. Let me ask you this. So you're saying we wasted our draft pick on a number one corner when we could have just got an average corner if we had a good line?
Yes, you could have got an average corner if you had a good line.
We wasted our draft pick then. We wasted our number one draft pick on him.
That was the
We got him because we had a good defensive line and we was getting beat. We was ranked.
Good defensive line.
Listen, I know, but Miss Kelly, last year we were ranked in the top 10 defense. Okay, we brought him in because we weren't getting turnovers. That was going to make us more of a threat on defense.
Okay.
You're saying that
made sense. That made sense then for them to pick him. That made sense. But then when the bullets started flying,
but he's so
getting any sacks.
He's like
the bullets started flying, and nobody was getting any sacks.
He's like a burnt marshmallow.
He's a Payne. Payne hasn't gotten the sacks that he got last year.
No, you're absolutely right. And we listen. We are all fans. We want Forbes to be the best he can be. We just hope that we hope that he gets to be one of our premier defensive drafted number one. We're just teasing you because you were so hyped on him, and I'm
still positive about it.
No, that's fine. We good with that.
Because Jack Daniels is
be a fan, baby. Be a fan.
If I was coaching that defense,
he'd be toasted.
I would take Jamin Davis, add a few more pounds to him, and turn him into Michael Parsons.
Hennessy is always.
Davis could hunt a quarterback down like radar instead of backing up trying to cover a back coming out of the backfield.
All right, Mr. Kelly. Before
He's a better blitzer, and they won't blitz him.
Mr. Kelly,
and we don't do that. That's a dead word in Washington is the blitz.
Yeah, we don't. That's why I said the coordinator of our defense, the game has passed them by. But before we let you go, Mr. Kelly, I want you to answer one question that all the fans that are hearing this are probably trying to think of right now. The best question to ask you. Now, the best one I can ask you is, tell us, tomorrow is Friday. What you drinking? What's your favorite drink?
I drink some ginseng tea.
Some what?
I drink ginseng tea.
With what?
With a lemon.
My man.
I love it down there in Virginia Beach, man. I know you down there in Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, Newport News. You know what I'm saying? Norfolk. I know. So we hope you enjoy yourself tomorrow with your ginseng tea and get ready for that New England game.
Hey, we're about to say what you got for the New England game before you go.
We now have our franchise quarterback, and all we have to do is get an offensive coordinator that won't put him in danger.
Well, he did better last week now. They did better in the Philly game.
That's because he learned from the games before.
Okay, let's say going forward, he's going to be doing stuff like that. What you got?
Going forward, if he keeps doing the same 3-step drop, 2-step drops, instead of the 5-step drops, if he keeps moving the ball around, the quarterback around, if he does reverses, if he does wide receiver screens, if he does more draw plays, if he understands that you have to start from the beginning of every offensive game. You have to let your players know that the first thing we want to do is hit them in the mouth first.
Yeah.
So we need to do running plays regardless of whether we score or not. Give our guys that wants to be physical a chance to be physical.
And
So what you got
don't
in the
run-
game?
And don't run your boy, the rookie, on a 4-for-1 when you have B-Rob.
That's my point.
Okay, easy mixing there. What you got? So what's your score?
And if you're going to have a 4th and 1, you're supposed to put in your jumbo package. You're supposed to take Logan Thomas out the game, put an extra tackle in the game. Take another player out the game and put a guard at fullback.
And we got a fullback.
D-Rob, and then you run. Take Dotson out of the game and put another guard in at tackle eligible. Put a fullback in front of B-Rob,
How many players
and
you
you're
put
gonna
in?
get that 1 yard.
All
So
right.
who you got in the game?
What's the
Win or
score?
lose?
What's the score?
We're
Mr.
gonna win
Kelly?
that game.
What score?
What's the score?
Yeah, because we got 70 guys.
21-14.
21-14. This is Kelly.
All
We know
right.
you,
All
bro.
right.
Hey,
All right, Mr. Kelly.
appreciate
21-14 Washington. He said
Yeah, he's in
21-14.
Washington.
Doing Washington? Okay, 21-14 Washington.
21-14 Washington.
All right, my
All
man.
right.
And Sam Howell might throw 4 touchdowns to make it 28.
Okay. All right. Be positive, baby. Hey. And Forbes gonna get it
Sam
himself.
Howell is a bad boy.
It's a dangerous thing.
Sam Howell is the franchise quarterback. All they need is some offensive linemen around him, one more extra running back that can break away, and some physical wideouts and tight ends.
My
I
man.
got you, buddy.
Mr. Kelly, we let you come on, man. And we'll get you back on here pretty soon.
Kelly. Hey, man.
Hey, man, thanks, Mr. Kelly. We appreciate you, buddy.
Love you, man. Thank
Y'all
you.
be safe, man. Have a great evening.
All right, you too, man.
All right, buddy.
Mr. Kelly is always spirited.
Yeah, man. He's a fan, too, man. He is a fan. I like that about him. He is a
I'm
fan.
gonna ask Miss Kelly what's up in that green tea because I don't believe it. He said some things. I know that couldn't be just green.
I
No,
live
I'm
it,
just
baby. I
I'm
love it.
just teasing. I'm just teasing. But ideally is this. One of the things that was his big takeaway is this, that we can all agree. Everybody sees it. All of us know. The leadership, the coaching, the motivation, the whys, it's too many. It's too much.
Yeah.
You know, for us to really feel like we're gonna do anything, man, until we get rid of them. And he said it, everybody gotta go. Deacon said everybody got to go. Al been saying everybody got to go. And so, you know, that's why I said, man, it's like at this point, I mean, it's just about patent stats. Maybe we could trade some, I don't know. I mean, trade deadline is over, but I'm just saying, like, maybe we could build somebody up to trade them in the beginning of the year. I don't know anything, man. It's total rebuild. It's burned down. Harris is here. Magic Showtime is going to come in and do some stuff. Let's just start all over, man.
Yeah, and they got to put Forbes in. They got to run him. We got to see what we got.
No, and that's
Let
what I
him
was
get,
saying.
let him get his look.
No,
got-
and I was serious about that. Deacon. Now, I said
You
that
got cinnamon.
3 shows back. I said that 3 shows back. I said the worst thing they did was once they put him on the number 1 dude and he got cooked.
Chili, take it up.
They took him out for a whole game. That was the dumbest thing I ever heard. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, now you're telling him without telling him you ain't nothing. And I'm your.
You know.
I don't know. Because to me, it's,
Can I finish?
Go ahead,
Can I
go ahead.
finish? When you are coming out as number 1, not first round and in the low end, number 1. This is it. This is the first pick. There's a different whole philosophy, man. And so that's the reason why they did do what they did and put him on the best receiver. But when it didn't turn out so nice, you just back up a step back. You don't back all the way up to Trey Z coming out a walk on because I'm sitting next to the guy who's number 1. That don't make no sense. That doesn't make any sense. Now you slide him like Al said, maybe slide him to the slot. He checks the dude down, get an interception. Great. Now we're gonna, slide him over there to the second tier. All right, man, take him out. Oh yeah, he ain't getting no more passes. Great job, Forbes. All right. So when he does come back, he feels like, yes, I'm still number one. Right, you are, man. You still number one, dude. Now you're gonna go against the number one guy. We believe in you, Forbes. That's what you do, man, because it's here. Al, you said it. Athleticism he has. He runs a 4.3. He's a ball hawk. He's all of that. But the only reason why he's going right when the receiver's going left is that he's in his head, man. It's in his head. He thinks that he can't check him. And it's the truth, because he can't. And that dude is gone. And then what ends up happening is he gets stuck. He gets stuck, man. How many times have we seen that when we have what's our favorite
I'm
play?
gonna say this,
What's our
Trey.
favorite
You
player?
can't be like
Dotson. What was his play? The fade. They stuck. Dotson's whole career was messed up right here in Washington. Because they said, that's what you do. That's what you're going to do. And no, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. They didn't use him for nothing else. But they said, you're going to do this. You're going to do it. And so as soon as he got on the field, everybody's like, I think it's a fade, guys. Here's that guy. And they just stood there in the end zone. And you know what our quarterback did? He threw it. He threw it to the man. But they were like, ah. That's what I'm talking about. That's ruining people, man. Come on.
Well, we haven't roster built properly, and we haven't trained up our young guys, and we're doing a bad job with Forbes. We haven't trained them up very well. And I agree with you, Trey. You got to train them up. And right now, he is cinnamon toast, and he needs to. I don't know what to do. Play special teams right now because he can't go back out there. He can't get on the field.
He needs a hug. That's what he needs. Y'all laughing at me, man. I'm calling him Dotson. Forbes is Dotson. Dotson is Forbes unless we get on it early. He's not going to be able to do what Mr. Kelly wants him to do because he's right now doubting himself. And if there's anything, it's not just pro, it's college, it's Pop Warner. If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to get run over. You're going to get trucked. You're going to get a concussion. You're going to get hurt. You're going to drop the ball. You're going to throw an interception. You have to be confident. And he's not right now. I'm being honest.
No, he's not. He's not. And I think as much as I dogged the coaching staff about trying to teach somebody too many positions at one time, like they were doing Quan Martin, teaching them safety, teaching them corner, teaching them linebacker. I think part of the problem is they assumed that Forbes was going to be our number one corner, and that's all they showed him. So they didn't have a way to move him to. They couldn't move him to the number 3. They couldn't move him to the slot because they didn't train him in that way. They didn't give him any reps at the slot. So to move him to a number 2 wide receiver or number 3 slot guy, he's still gonna get burnt because that's not his position. He don't know where to be in the end zone. He's lost. His only ability right now is in man-to-man, and he's getting cooked. It's just the way it is.
That's unfair to the rest of the team to put him out.
It is, but we traded our 2 best defensive players, supposedly. It's already unfair to our defense, okay? You put him out there and you give him cover like Lewis was talking about. You give him a safety over, always. You don't fade the safety to the other. You always have a cover 2 on that dude.
But
you play him under, you get him right.
You tip the other offense off.
Doesn't matter. I don't care if you know what I'm doing. Can you beat me? You can know it. Offensive quarterbacks know how defenses are run. A good quarterback knows where you faking it and where you're not faking it. I don't care. You run it till you get it right, and then you move on to the second phase of his training. Right now, we're training for next year. We ain't going to play all this.
If I'm New England and I walk out there and I see that kid on the field, I'm almost guaranteed I'm putting 14 points to 21 points on the board.
Listen, mac and cheese ain't throwing the ball more than 40 yards, okay? So he can play
mac and cheese is gonna throw at him though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Mac and cheese is gonna throw at him.
You had a man over. You had a man over trying to cover his mistakes, man. And that should tell you, Trey. Mr. Kelly said that Howard was gonna throw 4 touchdowns. So don't worry about Belichick coaching him up because that defense is shit. So that ain't gonna work either.
I think Belichick is going to do what the Giants did and what Chicago did.
Game blitz. Same as our defensive coordinator, games passing by. That's all. All they can do is blitz because that's all they can cover.
But my whole point is, I don't think the enemy has proven to me he did a better job. He did a better job with Philly, but Philly didn't really blitz. I was at the bar with the Philly fans. They were upset because they felt like Philly didn't blitz enough. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna blitz on the guy that's thrown within 2 seconds.
Right, true, but they felt like that. Even faking pressure with how we're gonna make him make a mistake, and he eventually did make a mistake at the end.
Them Bama's was just upset because we was in there.
The refs didn't make no mistakes. The refs was. Why can't we not get the ref? Why can't we pay the refs at home? I mean, everybody else pay the refs at home. We can't pay the refs
because our coach is Ron Rivera.
Harris that there's 2 stakes was too high. Because they always see when the New York game, when the Bama just draped the dude in the end zone and they didn't call it. It's just the refs in Washington are not getting their check, man. Why?
They don't respect Ron Rivera, man. They call what they want to call.
Well, anyway,
he's not aggressive enough.
What do we feel
like? Nobody's scared of Ron.
We're playing New England in New England, right?
Yeah.
So what we got? Are we with Mr. Kelly down in Norfolk?
No, I'm with Mr. Kelly. I think this is going. This the one game where we're gonna have super energy because of what happened. Everybody's job is on the line, dog. Anybody can be traded, and to be honest with you, it's gonna probably be like a better run defense because you're not gonna have 2 defensive ends going off on their own accord, doing whatever they want to do. So you're gonna have Casey Toohill, you're gonna have James Smith-Williams, you have F.A.O. Bot. Listen, Casey Toohill got the same amount of sacks as Chase does. F.A.O. Bot. Anderson got the same as Chase. Right. And you got and you want to see KJ Henry? Here he comes. You see what KJ Henry,
the rookie,
the defensive end that you talking about. You like? You're going to see him.
I said that.
You said it. You said you want to see him.
I do.
We're gonna see him. But so you got 21-14 too.
I got 28-7.
28-7. Commanders. What you got, Tracy?
Got common sense. I got us losing this game, folks. Sorry. It's the locker room is gone. Ron Rivera is not going to be any more motivated than he has been. The offense might show up a little bit. It depends on if your boy EB is not watching the press to know that he's probably not going to be in either. Man, I got it. I got the opposite. I got a 28-7. I got us just lackadaisical out there. I don't see us starting the game off hard. I don't see the motivation, man. Now, I do see our ends playing well because I think they're hungry. And I do know that a hungry player is a better player. It just is. I mean, a player that is not so confident and is trying to do the best just to be somebody is going to play better. Going to give their all at least, and I think that they're going to play good. We'll be losing this game, man. And I don't want to say that, but it's a wrap, man. And I'm hoping that we can. And this is the game that we probably could win, but the way the season is looking, man, and the way they played, I'm just like, I don't see the coaches changing. So Al, that's my score.
All right, so you got the opposite, 21-7 New England.
28-7.
28-7 New England. 28-7 New England.
Clean game.
You got Forbes out there playing quarterback?
Yeah, I'm about to say, Forbes out there. Come on, man.
Forbes out there is a thing.
You got You know, I'm sending my bet.
Listen, every game moving now at this point is a scrimmage. We are done. Our division, we lost to everybody. It's no need for us to do anything else other than just try to see what we have, look at our pieces and parts, be very strategic and analytical on what we got to do. So yeah, why not Forrest be in there? And maybe Big Al, they'll have the safety over top, Curl helping him out, whatever like that, to see what he can do. You know, but outside of anything else, man,
so you got 28-7.
Yes,
I got us playing a tough game, a Giants-like game, where it's going to be low scoring because I don't believe in New England's offense either. I think our defense is going to come up to play hard. I think we're going to blitz more. I think we're going to do what Tracy going to ask us to do, is blitz. And we're going to play a tough game. We're going to lose. We're going to play a tough game. I think that eventually we're going to do what we always do, third, fourth quarter. Unfortunately, we're going to make a mistake. Somebody's going to fumble or drop a pass or do something like that. And or the quarterback's going to make a rookie mistake or he doesn't read Belichick's blitz properly and throw in somebody else's hands. Or, you know, the enemy is not going to have but 10 plays and he can run out of his little book. Plays going to run out. And then we're going to not, you know. So I'm looking for somewhere like a Giants score 17-10. 17-10, New England. Tough, hard-fought game in New England. And
well, one positive thing I will say, I think Major Tutty will be funnier with Mr. Patriot. We'll win the mascot battle.
Hey, I think that you're going to see a better offensive line play. I think that they're going to make some position moves. They already changed the center.
Hey, Chris Paul did not look bad. He didn't look bad.
He didn't look bad. I think
it was bring the dude in.
Bring better offensive line play. You know,
I don't see what old New England has, man.
New England doesn't have enough of a defense. The offense is tough.
Well, we know how. Yeah, and that's the worst team to play in Washington. A team that sucks. I'm telling y'all, I've got it. A team that sucks, we get our ass whipped. A team that we supposed to get mosh by, we play hard as hell, like nails, and we can fight to the end. But no, sir. Again, do I need to remind you about Chicago and New York, gentlemen?
Yeah, but we're
going to bring up Chicago and New York, gentlemen.
We're not home.
No freaking excuse. It's no freaking excuse for those two games. Jesus, we're going to get beat. That's it.
We played the Giants tough. We just lost. We played the Giants tough. I mean,
the Giants was 1-5, Al, and the Giants lost every game ever since they played.
Hey, remember, this is mid-season. This is when we got hit.
New England won 2 games, right? So they're a little bit better.
Right. It might be.
All right, we gotta get out of here, man. Let's go, man.
Get up out of here, man.
All right.
Hey, man, if those of you who made it this far, not only should you like and subscribe, you should email, because we got to give you something, man, a DMV Sports 3 t-shirt or something. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Listen to, and mad shout out to Mr. Kelly in Virginia Beach, man. Every time he comes on, man, he makes us better. You know, the OG would beat the OG. You know what I'm saying? And so that's awesome. Hey, look, here we go. Another season, another time, another moment. Hugs, everybody. Hugs.
We won one game out of the playoffs, baby.
We still in it, fellas. We still in it. We fans for life, baby.
One game. One game. One coach, one quarterback.
That's right. One coach, one quarterback, one owner.
Away from the playoffs. Right.
Hey, we got 2 of those now, Big Al.
We got 2 of them. Yeah, we got a quarterback and an owner.
Bro.
We out, baby. We'll see y'all.
You don't know. Yeah. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know. You don't.
I run you up and down the Serengeti. Heads ain't ready. I chew you up and spit you out like chicken confetti. My rhymes are heavy like elephants, stomping your regiments, dismembering all your limbs, ripping your ligaments. I break you down to an atom, change your chemical structure, roots and culture. You don't wanna fuck with this brother. I'm like a time bomb or a fresh can of Wilson. Stylus plexiglass, got you face down in the grass, ready to blast. Sticky for your jewels and your cash. Call me Robin Hood, take the loot back to the hood. I wish you would try to retaliate. I wait like a sniper, beat you like Street Fighter, heat you up like a lighter. Don't need no ghost writer. Original skill, killing at will. Terminates career like the pill. This is real, not no fiction. Came up for my jurisdiction. I'm liver than you, whether freestyle or written. Hitting hard like a hammer, like a natural disaster, like a hurricane. Plain and simple, bringing the pain. Won the battle, what? I'm ready to do this, beat your ass like Lennox Lewis, play you out like Parker Lewis. You must be foolish. Like HIV and AIDS, I'm real sick. Another ghetto hit. Normally I let the flow shine for the mind, but this time I didn't come to educate but dominate.